pay no attention to the fact that I'm in a strange location. There may be a little bit of echo in the recording of the audio. I am sorry. Hopefully the video still works, but welcome back. There's been an interesting phenomenon of you crazy people watching my infection alternate universe videos without knowing the source material that the said videos originate from, or where the art comes from. And I know this because you tell me. In the comments, in the DMs, I've apparently tricked multiple poor souls into watching My Little Pony Friendship is Magic simply by virtue of showcasing fan art and fan fiction that is creepy as hell. So, yay, I guess. But now here we are with a franchise that I know nothing about, where my first exposure is a horror AU. Trolls. I think I've seen like one clip from the show, or I guess it's a movie. The extremely dramatic and unintentionally funny line, "Because singing killed my grandma, okay?" I was originally under the impression it was a show on PBS or something. Kind of reminds me of the Smurfs. However, it is a movie with the fantastic vocal talents of Justin Timberlake, Gwen Stefani, and even everyone's favorite sex offender turned political grifter, Russell Brand. The film follows two trolls, Poppy and Branch, who go on a quest to save their village from destruction by the Bergens, giant creatures who eat trolls. And that's all I know, and that is directly from Wikipedia, which obviously makes this video kind of silly, but I don't know. I kind of like the idea of the cultural Ouroboros devouring itself. I know that I would watch a video of someone reading about Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way and My Immortal who is completely unfamiliar with Harry Potter. So if anything, I'm making this video for myself. There are multiple Trolls Infection AU stories, which leads me to speculate that there must be something in the original story that lends itself to these kinds of ideas, much like how My Little Pony has a lot of different plot lines that all kind of work really well with the concept of an Infection AU. Unfortunately, the main one that so many people were talking about when it came to Trolls no longer exists. At least I couldn't find it. I think the account got banned on TikTok. If anyone can help me find those videos and potentially where the artist is now, I would appreciate it immensely, and I would love you forever. But there is another, a newer AU that is apparently also very cool, disturbing, and exactly what I was looking for. Created by Violet Berry artist on TikTok, who you should go follow immediately. I have literally no idea what to expect because I haven't seen the source material. Recently, I remember seeing a really cool animatic featuring characters from Paul Thomas Anderson's movie There Will Be Blood, and there were thousands of fandom kids in the comments going, "What game is this from? Are these your OCs?" And now I have become one of those people. The first slideshow is called Hug Time. This one of the trolls is laying in bed and something is wrong with her arm. She doesn't seem too concerned about it just yet though. She's even smiling. Never mind, I take that back. "Evening, Poppy." Okay, so her name is Poppy. "How are you feeling?" Look at his hair. Oh my god, imagine if my hair was like that. Like you just put a ton of product in it and stuck it straight up so that instead of being 6.5 feet tall, I could be like 9 feet tall maybe. "I'm fine," Poppy replies, tucking her arm underneath the blanket so that he doesn't see. A fake smile plastered to her face. "Here's some meds for the headache. Take one every morning with water." Huh, her fake smile's looking worse and worse each passing moment. "And once you're all better, you can join our next tour." Oh yeah, also it's like a musical movie and the characters sing, so there's that. "What do you think?" He stops, obviously realizing that something is amiss. "Poppy?" he asks, only to realize that she is already gone. Where did she? Blood stains the bed. Ding ding ding. Oh my god. And there she is, Poppy, who seems to be ready for some playtime. Poppy's neck cracks unsettlingly to the side, her eyes staring forward. The glowing plant or flower growing on her wrist is shining, and the smile looks more like a snarl now. Then we get a couple pieces of just like concept art. First we have this, color loss from stress, dilated eyes, 10 times stronger and faster, twice the size, an uncontrollable smile, bleeding stretch marks from rapid growth. A big old hug is enough to spread the infection. So her saying hug time meant she was going to infect him next. They seem so happy together. So I remember from the synopsis it's Poppy and Branch, so I'm assuming this character is Branch. Branch tries to fight back. It seems like he attacks with his hair, sending the creature sprawling backwards. He's also got a similar flower growing out of his wrist, which is blue. He runs crying while cackling laughter echoes in the background. Hair tangles around a branch, and he uses his hair to escape up into a tree. Meanwhile, Poppy's down below staring up at him, and he kind of ponders, can she not use her hair? Which, as a context clue for me, poor me, I'm assuming that they can use their hair somehow. So he just used it like it was ambidextrous and pulled himself up, And so she must have had the ability to do stuff with her hair at one point, and now she doesn't. He begins swinging through the trees as she gallops beneath him. Then Branch is bullied and beaten by branches, falling to the floor next to a go-away mat. Screaming can be heard behind him. Over here! And it looks like someone comes up out of the mat, which I guess wasn't a mat, but like a trap door, and pulls him down, saving him at the last second from the murderous Poppy. Or not. I guess that wasn't a person. That was him who did that. He's the one who went beneath there, and then he immediately pops back up with something. Is that a pie? Is he going to shoot this person with... Is he going to shoot her with a pie? Not a pie. A net, in fact. I was thinking of clowns for a second. My bad, guys. And now, wearing a mask, Branch stands over the creature that he just captured with the net gun. I'm sorry, Poppy. What is that? Is that fire? Poppy's just cackling maniacally. That was not fire. Looks like he just shot her with like a dart. Potentially like a tranquilizer dart. Maybe. That's my best guess. And she falls as he stands over her, crying. One of my favorite things that the Infection AUs have been doing recently is you have very cartoonish looking characters, and then the creature, once it turns, becomes like hyper realistic. It's very unsettling, very unnerving, very disturbing, and I, for one, am a big fan. Then we get what seems like a lore post. After the incident with Poppy, we get the Branch final concept design, bunker concept art, and part 2 sneak peek, so I'm excited. Branch's art is super sick, although he kind of looks like a mad scientist doctor. He has storage in his hair, keeps a net gun, stick, grappling hook, sweat jar, and both their gems. More fit due to constant hunting and trap planting, and he's slowly losing his color as well. He has a big straw that shoots darts which drugs the hostiles, ammo tucked in the strap, glued on leaves. Gotcha. Hair is usually green to blend in while hunting. He was able to capture Poppy safely, and seems to just kind of keep her locked up in his house with like a muzzle over her mouth. Obviously, the only correct way to deal with cryptids is to tie them up, lock them in your house, and put a muzzle on them. That is, we've all agreed that is the correct way to deal with cryptids, am I right? Then there's just some other really cool concept art of his study space. And then we get to the next section titled Branch's Research System. We have the hunters, trap planting, seekers, weapons, mechanics. They all have hair that's green or gray. He's got a dart shooter and darts, a branch. This is John, Dory. This is Branch. This is Viva. Teared clothing from climbing trees. And this is Laguna, Clay, and Floyd. Crop top. Laguna had to run away from one and has like a scratch mark or wound on her leg. Then we have Health Aid, Cleaning, and Lab, who are trying to find a cure. The little cloud guys are apparently immune, and the one in the middle is named Dr. Moonbloom. Hopefully I can remember some of these names. I will try. At the time that Poppy got bit, Bruce was taking care of the kids while Brandy is with the girls for the month. In quarantine, he's been writing letters. The cloud people help deliver those letters. Despite that, his family is safe. He is never fully certain how his brothers are doing. Bruce does try what he can to do a little research based on the infection situation, and he'll send letters with useful info. All the places are in quarantine. Cloud people do their best to help all the trolls out in this tough time. The research crew finally found something that matches the thing happening right now. The twink? No. No, does not say the twink. It says the twick. Or is it tweak? I have no idea. Tweak is kind of funnier, though. The finding of the twick, which I guess I'm just going to call twick for now, even though that sounds like I'm saying the word trick in uwu speak, but we're not going to talk about that. Here is Poppy's story. I went to the cave down the river to collect gems for the party. Then something bit me, out of nowhere. I felt so dizzy, so I ran out of the cave as soon as possible. Now this headache won't stop, and the bite still stings. With Clay's help, they found the potential creature that bit Poppy based on her story. A pest, a spider, very rare, deep in dark caves. It has strong venom which makes the victims sick. Their behavior will be just like a twick. The infected will still eat whatever trolls crave. Bait traps will work. Thankfully not cannibalistic. And here we see him observing her eating cupcakes and cookies with a glass wall for protection. For the past couple of weeks, Branch does what he can to care for the infected with the help of a cloud guy and Moonbloom. The clouds are like flirting with each other. They may not show visible emotion, but they are as curious as an immature child. Their appetite hasn't changed. The personality still remains. Some are more scared than hostile, but some are too aggressive to tame, and our darts are pointless. Her scars healed, fantastic, although her eyes remain dilated, and she's still calm, though at times hostile. Okay, alright, so now we've gotten like 2 parts of story, and then quite a few slideshows of lore stuff and backstory stuff, which is cool, but I'm hoping sometime in the next few slides, maybe even the next one, we will see the rise of the plot line once again. This is the last of Branch's research, more about the Twix, aka here are the stages of the infection. Based on the research about Twix, the infection has a limit range in size. That means anyone too big, or just big enough, is immune to it. And they give some examples. Unfortunately, trolls are not immune to it. And then we see the stages. First, you have headaches, and the wounds are stinging. Then the second stage, the body is tense, there's visible spread of infection, forceful smile begins. If still sane, they can snap out of it a few times. Stage 3, rapid growth begins, and can last 5 to 10 seconds. The bone extends in the limbs, bleeding stretch marks from the rapid growth. Imagine something growing 1.5 times bigger than its original state, and that rapid growth happening in 5 to 10 seconds. Like, of course, there's bleeding stretch marks that remain, but that's such a horrifying and nasty idea. I love it. This process is the most stressful, which results in losing color. And you can see she's crying here. Then you have stage 4, where the eyes are fully dilated, the bite marks remain, body is bruised and bleeding, 2 times bigger, most hostile state due to stress and pain. Then stage 5, the wounds heal, hair flops, it is unable to use it. Still a bit hostile, but calmer. And I think this is the stage that she's currently at. And so far, it doesn't seem there's anything worse than that. I mean, we heard earlier that a few of them have gotten, like, so aggressive that they're impossible to tame. But for the ones that have been tamed, i.e. Poppy, the personality we heard still remains, right? That's I think I'm understanding that correctly. It's been 6 months. The search for the cure continues. However, something is wrong with Branch. What are you doing, Branch? You've been in here for a week. He's shaking, shivering. Leave me, Branch. You're not infected, are you? She reaches out to touch his trembling body. No, he replies. I'm mewing. God damn it. There was like a trigger warning for facial distortion at the beginning of this one too. That's hilarious. Happy April Fools, what you just saw is not canon to make you feel better. 3 parts are still in progress, 2 slideshows, and an animatic. I cannot believe that got me. That is fucking hilarious. Amazing. Let us continue. Branch is sitting on a branch, sighing. One of the cloud people bursts into the scene. Branch! Waving its arms around and nearly making him fall off the tree. He grabs on just in time with his tail. Oops. What do you want? I came as soon as possible to tell you some news. More about the Twick? No. The researchers found a way to cure them. Why am I in a white expanse all of a sudden? To cure her. From what they gathered in their research, Laguna has a theory on how to get rid of the infection. They believe it will work. They have an operation plan. The next part is, of course, the operation plan. 1 cloud person is required who will absorb the venom It'll take 15 to 20 minutes. It is not fatal, but will burn out their energy. Venom is removed from the body, the Cloud people are unharmed, and it will pour the venom out. This will then be secured in Branch's bunker to avoid further contamination or spread. First, they need someone to be tested to be sure that this tactic works. Again, are you sure in going forward with this? For all trolls. For Poppy. We decide to put the infection into a cupcake for you. Well, they're infecting another person instead of just, using one of the already infected as a test subject. That's crazy. It begins. Uh-oh, that's creepy. Now, we're not going to play it, but this slideshow here has Washing Machine Harp by Mitski in the background, and yeah, y'all need to go listen to Mitski's new music, new album coming out soon. Mitski's awesome. Okay, the character that the comments keep referring to as the DJ has survived, and there was a 3-week recovery process. Limbs were sore, low energy, and awful headaches. Head throbs occur once in a while, does slow down as the recovery progresses, requires plenty of sugar and physical therapy to regain strength. Arms and legs are slightly longer, but seem to slowly go back into place. Everything is apparently recoverable. In almost 2 months, Suki has only gotten better. Her limbs are in place, but still a bit longer than normal length. She's able to walk around and carry things with only slight soreness. The healing after the operation is sure to completely be recoverable. I'm glad you're doing okay. Of course I am. Still sore though. Thumbs up. Poppy, we found a cure, Poppy. You're gonna be okay. And she just smiles back at him. Hell yeah, that's exciting. I'm also glad that the person who took took one for the team and allowed themselves to become infected did not die. Suki, or DJ Suki. Then the artist has a note at the end of this. Thanks to everyone's patience. Finals weren't easy, but now that I've finished, I can finally wrap up this series. There are many more to come. So despite the fact that it seems like we're gearing up towards a happy ending, I can't help but notice that there's still a lot of the story left. And I really don't think that, the cure worked on someone who only was infected for, the briefest possible amount of time. And they're being like, yeah, the limbs grew a tiny bit and now they're going back into place. It's completely recoverable. But what about someone who's, been infected for months, right? I don't know. I'm just not sure that the cure... The help and Poppy's sample. A few doctors came to help cure the rest of the infected population. Dr. Float, Dr. Pin, Dr. Stitch, and Dr. Poff. Lots of doctors. Now that help has arrived, they can attend to the rest of the victims who were infected. But Dr. Float is a bit hesitant when it comes to Poppy and the other early infectors. He believes that doing the same cure for them may be harmful. I will say, the operation idea is clever, though my concern is how it will affect the ones who carry the infection for over a month. You say it started roughly 3 months ago. Poppy is the first victim. I'll have to see to it with a sample to see if the operation can make the same effect. He takes a blood sample from Poppy, which is 25% corrupted blood cells, 25% infectious, and 50% pure blood. 50% of her blood will need to be removed in order to be clear from the infection. Holy moly. It'll take double the time to finish the process. Dr. Float is right that Poppy will have a lower possibility of success. Many of her blood cells have been corrupted and will need to be removed if she is to be fully cured. Fatality is possible. They decide to move forward and be prepared to treat Poppy in advanced care after her procedure. Dr. Float will be the one to remove the infection from Poppy's body. Branch will also be in the room to help. Dr. Float believes Branch being in the room will help Poppy regain her conscience again, that he will be her mental support. And here they are, beginning the cure. Let's begin. And he sees the reflection in his poor eyes as they begin to well up with tears. I don't want Poppy to die, guys. This is terrible. Hello again. You may notice that I'm in a different location. I'm not currently at the apartment, and I've had to get a little bit creative with my recording locations. But yeah, let us not ask ourselves why I had to switch recording locations, or if I was supposed to be where I was throughout the whole video up until this point, and let's instead just enjoy the privacy of this small room that is in the middle of nowhere. And so I think I'm just going to dive right back in. As I remember, Poppy was about to undergo a brutal operation which only has a slight chance of healing her. And the next section of the AU is actually an animated video, so we're just going to watch that together. Poppy's operation, bleeding and eye strain. Okay, so the cloud removed the venom from the bloodstream, and oh no. No. Stay with me, Poppy, please. Holy shit, did she die? Oh, that's awful. Beep, beep, beep. To be continued. Wait. Is she in, like, heaven now? And is that it? Damn it, that's it. I need the creator of this series to apologize right now. That's horrible. I can't tell, though. Like, the to be continued, I wonder if it wasn't actually fatal. What if we're being tricked? What if we're being pranked? Like that April Fool's video. The next section is titled Poppy's Gem Cure Progress. Meanwhile, after the incident, and he's just forlornly looking at her jewel. Is that her gem? Yeah, this is Poppy's gem, as we have said repeatedly. Yeah. How is Poppy and the others? 3 have recently woken up through the week. Very tired. We have to hand feed them, and we'll need to give physical therapy once they regain energy. In the past 5 weeks, the majority of the cured trolls have gained full consciousness and energy. About 25% are still resting. Oh, that's fantastic. That's great to hear. And then there's just more art. As for her and the first infecteds, they all remain in a coma. It's uncertain how long this will go. Their vitals stay the same, and the bruising is fading. Okay, so they're not dead. She's not dead. That's fantastic. Thank God. Some time later, they are huddled around her bed. He stares down at her, for some reason wearing a purple bow tie. It's been a month, Poppy. I don't know how much longer I can wait, but I will try. What does that mean? I don't know how much longer I can wait. Are they gonna kill her if she doesn't wake up? Like, what's the alternative to waiting in this scenario? She can't hear you. Or maybe she can. I've actually read recently that there are some coma patients who do wake up and then have like recollections of everything that was said to them or done to them while they were in the coma, which is terrifying. The next slideshow is called Losing Color, and it features the Mac DeMarco song Heart to Heart, so this creator just literally has the best music taste. It looks like Branch is sitting on a branch once more, and one of the others is climbing up using their hair and sits down beside him. Have you been sleeping lately? I'm fine. I just want to be there when she wakes up. I see, but I'm sure she will want us to rest, especially you. She would. Don't worry about me, please. I'm sure you're also having a hard time as well. Do you think Poppy will be all right? I don't want to lose her, Branch. Not again. There are so many things we haven't done together. So much. And she bursts into tears. And they hug. One thing I've noticed about this one is the infected, or really the infection itself, is more of a disease than in any other. Like in most of the series, it's a disease, like secondly, and then first and foremost, it's a zombie apocalypse type thing where the infected become monsters or creatures that are out to get you. Or with this one, it's just kind of dwelling on the searching for a cure, and then the grief and the sadness of losing ones you love to disease. And that's one of the most unique things about this series in particular is the like emotional beats. Okay, so I just realized that this next one, this is the finale. Okay, and I'm excited. I really hope that Poppy is okay. I think that she will be. But first, the artist has requested that we read the caption, so this will be the final part of the series, but I will be making slideshows showing extra stuff I've done and some concept art of the infection. I never thought this AU would go on for so long, but thank you for the support, and I'll move on to other things to draw. Thank you so much for watching. So there is an actual conclusion to this series, which is awesome. You know how much that makes me happy. And then we also are going to get to look at some cool concept art at the end. And just really quickly, I know I say this in every video, but I feel like I need to continue saying it in every video. Go follow the artist who makes the thing that I'm talking about. Follow them. If you can, join their Patreon or commission them on Ko-fi or Ko-fi, however you pronounce that, whatever, right? Support artists, please, for the love of God. Anyways, here's the animated final video, and I'm gonna try to voice it. It'll be alright. She's just as stubborn as you. Yeah, you're right. Hey! Hey, Viva! Hey, Branch! Poppy is awake, holy shit, guys. Poppy? She stirs from her sleep. Hey, Poppy. Slowly, her eyes open, and everyone else comes into focus. Branch, she whispers. He stares down at her. A scar? You're hurt. Poppy, are you okay? Of course I am. And he begins to cry. And then they touch noses. And then everyone else joins in. Yippee, she's alive. Fantastic. And then there's the final shot of them having something, coffee or something together. I don't know. Fantastic. Beautiful. Happy ending. That's amazing. Hell yeah. So while I was looking through the concept art, there's also an epilogue that came out not all that long ago, which was a 2-year anniversary post of the series' conclusion. So let's take a look at that. Poppy and Branch post time of infection cure. They seem to be having a good life together. It also seems like they're in love. Didn't realize, like I thought there were vibes, but again, I haven't seen the show, so the movie, so I didn't know, you know? And the creator at the end said, "Thank you so much for the support on this AU. I still get reminded of the hard work till this day." And it's insane that it's been 2 years since this was released, but I'm seeing it for the first time, and I gotta say, I loved it. Like I mentioned earlier, the emotional beats of this series are kind of what made it unique or set it apart from some of the other infection AUs that we've been looking at. And also it was interesting to get a change of pace from the My Little Pony creepypasta stuff that we've been doing. I like it. In fact, if you have other infection AUs from other fandoms or different, just anything that you think I'd be interested in, let me know. And thank you guys so much for all the support on the videos recently. It's really encouraging. You might have noticed I've been uploading more frequently. That is because y'all seem to be watching my videos more, so thank you. I guess that's it for this video. Go follow Violet Berry, artist, and while you're here, you should go follow me on like Instagram and whatnot. I'm very funny, and I also make music and yeah, all that other self-promotion bullshit. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in the next transmission. We are Legion. Have a great rest of your day. Also, before I go, welcome Spider, Rotten Cake, and Dissemiotic to the Patreon. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. And also thank you Rude Doodle, Nervous, Birch, Cupid, Delphi, Joe, Bug, Linty, Paper, Danny, Gun, Geek, Drarko, Kyojin, Opossum, AJ, Dark Beast, Bile, Coyote, Bat Noise, Phoenix, Bees, Lori, Amelia, Panflute, Thomas, Justin, Lou, Tom, Dave, Elkie, Stardrop, Nude, Joseph, Mr. Fox, George, Boris, and Kim. Thank you for supporting the channel. See you later.